So I've been playing Silent Hill F, and I've really been enjoying it. A friend of mine gifted it to me. Shout out Travis, appreciate you, bro. And I recently beat the game. I found myself really enjoying a lot about it. The atmosphere, the music, story, monsters, visuals, and oddly enough, the combat. The combat in this game does such a good job at making you feel weak, but not helpless. When you try to fight monsters in this game, you move noticeably slow. It's clunky, it's a little bit awkward, and that's the point. You're playing as a little teenage kid. You have no combat experience or training. You don't even have a good weapon as you run around and pick up random stuff to hit monsters with before the weapon eventually breaks. This isn't a Resident Evil game where you start off with a gun and you end up with so many weapons that you become a one-man army. No shade though, I do love those games and I will be getting the new one. I do really like this approach to combat though. Like I said, you feel weak, but not helpless. I always get a little annoyed with horror games where you can't fight the monster back. Your only option is to hide from it or die. It didn't really feel realistic to me, like what happened to fight or flight. Like at least this game gives me the option to fight back. That brings me to my next point. You don't have to fight everything, and it's probably for the best that you don't. There's just one puzzle early on where you have to find the right scarecrow in order to escape the maze. If you pick the wrong scarecrow, it comes alive and attacks you. I failed this puzzle a lot. At some point, I realized that I'm not going to figure it out, and I didn't have enough resources to fight every single one of these hostile scarecrows. So I ran. I dodged their attacks, eventually picked the right scarecrow while also picking a lot of the wrong ones, and kept running to get out of the maze. I couldn't stand this puzzle, but I would have hated it even more if I had to fight every single one of those scarecrows. I found it so interesting how this game does a balancing act of giving you all these tools and options when it comes to combat, but still always making you feel weak. You're never stronger than the monsters. They're faster than you, they can take more hits and are bigger than you. You are weak. That is all of a sudden until you aren't. Look, I'm going to try not to spoil too much, but I'll give the warning for those that want to go in completely blind, so consider yourself warned. There's a moment in the game where your character gets noticeably stronger, an upgrade for lack of a better word. This upgrade transforms you into someone who is stronger and faster than the monsters. The clunkiness of the combat kind of melts away and you start killing monsters with ease, but it comes with a major sacrifice. In other games, a moment like this, where you get a big upgrade and become powerful, makes you feel all excited. But in this game, my reaction was the complete opposite. Instead of, oh yeah, it's an oh no, what have I become? The sacrifice that's made is your identity, your freedom, your autonomy. The stronger that you get, the less like yourself you become. It creates this juxtaposition that makes you question everything that's going on. And I'm trying not to say too much and spoil the story here, but yeah, suddenly it all clicked for me. The clunky, sluggish combat that makes you feel weak was all intentional, purposely done to coincide with the narrative and make you feel like the character you are playing. As soon as the sacrifice is made and you finally become stronger, you immediately wish for things to go back to normal, to undo what was done, to be weak again. I had such a good time playing Silent Hill F, and there's so much about this game that I find interesting. The lore, the monsters, symbolism, even how the random items you pick up play into the narrative. The game is doing so many cool things, and I think if you like horror games, then you should give it a shot. Witness it all for yourself. Thank you so much for watching the video. This is my first time doing one in this format, so if you enjoyed it, please let me know. It could be a fun direction to go with the channel. But yeah, thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe and all that. See you in the next one.